Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to start a new vlog video, and I have a feeling that for September I'm actually only gonna do one reading vlog. Usually I do two parts, so it doesn't get too long, but I think this month I do have a lot of books planned that I read for specific vlogs, so I won't talk about them here too much. And my reading plans are pretty ambitious. I'm just gonna tell you about them so you know a little bit, but as I said, I'm not gonna talk about these books here in this vlog. There will be separate vlogs for that. So my highest priority right now are two series. So first of all, I want to finish the Poppy War series. I'm in the middle of the last book, so that should be quite easy to achieve. I'm listening to that on audio, and so I really hope that the vlog for this series will go up sometime in September for you to see. So it will probably already be up when you see this, if everything goes according to plan. Then the next series I want to read is the City of Brass series. I haven't even started this yet, and I want to read the whole trilogy in September, so we'll see how that goes. I'm very excited for this, and this is a kind of desert setting fantasy with jinns and magic, so I'm very excited for this. But yeah, it's gonna be a long series, like the books are big. And then I think the book I want to start out with for this month is How Beautiful We Were. This is the second book by Imbolo Mbue. I already read her first book, Behold the Dreamers, this year. I read it in July, so this was actually the first book I was interested in, but I had the other one from the library in my old town, so I knew I would have to read it or I wouldn't have access to it anymore. So this one is still on the list, and I'm reading this for a kind of throwback vlog that I actually started last year, and then I never read the final book for it. So that would be interesting because I filmed the first part of this vlog in a completely different location and my cat was still alive, so we'll see about that. But yeah, since these are my immediate reading plans, I think I will not update this vlog in a while, but hopefully I will be able to at least start a kind of unrelated audiobook after finishing The Burning God. I have 14 hours of that left, so it will take me a while, but I'll just let you know when I'm ready to read things that are not for other vlogs, and then we'll catch up. But yeah, for now it's so interesting because like August was the worst month in my life. Like I had so much going on, so having September now be more of a calm month is very exciting. I also have the last week of September off work, so I hope that I can get a lot of reading done then. So even if nothing interesting happens in this vlog until then, I hope that at least then we'll have some interesting content. But for now, I'm just excited. I'm only working part-time this month, and I want to be quite strict with it if I can. Obviously, I have stuff that I just need to get done, but yeah, that's just if you work in academia, you never quite know what your hours will be. But yeah, the big fat month is behind me. Like, I can't even believe it. And we're going into autumn. Like, how crazy is that? So, talk to you.
Nothing in the plot is moving forward, and then we hit the halfway point, and then things just happen so incredibly fast. So I wish that the pacing had been a little better. I wish we didn't spend so much.
So I have ordered my mom her advent calendar, and the good thing is that it came with some free candles for me. So I have chosen these three little candles. The first one is the Yankee Candle Crème Brûlée. And this one is really nice. This has a vanilla scent. I think it has something else mixed in there as well, but it never describes the scents on the packaging, but it definitely smells good. It smells like baked vanilla goods. And then I got two of the Christmas scents of this year. The first one is Spun Sugar Flurries. I have no idea what that means. Looks like that. And this one I'm not so sure about. I think it smells really odd. I have no idea what it's supposed to smell like, but yeah, it just has a weird floral note that I'm not a fan of. So maybe this will be a gift to someone else because I really don't like floral scents. And then I got the Winter Night Stars, which has a super pretty color as well. And this one I like. This one has a very, very clean scent to it, which I think will be nice. It doesn't really smell like winter or Christmas to me, but it's a very subtle, clean scent. So I thought I'd share these with you. I just got this package from a friend, and it seems like she bought me all the Yankee candles she could find. Like, there's so many in here. What do we have? This looks good. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. I love this one. Ooh, this looks nice. Yeah, also one of my favorites. Ooh. There's still so many, oh my god. Ooh, nice. I had that one before, it was so good. Oh, nice, nice, nice. I had that one before too. Ooh, yeah, that one was so nice. Oh, yes. Still more. Yeah, classic. Oh, there's one more. Okay, I think I found them all. So today is the 12th of September, and I'm just here to quickly let you know that I have finished The Burning God on audio, and I gave it 4 stars. I also finished reading How Beautiful We Were, and I gave that one 4 stars. And I started reading City of Brass, which I'm about 85 pages in, and I'm really loving it so far. I'm doing a separate reading vlog for the whole series, and I decided which audiobook I want to start, and that's actually the book I will probably talk about here. And so I decided to finally get into the tea Kingfisher hype, and I got Nettle and Bone. So yeah, I'm very excited. I wanted a book that is spooky but cozy, and I think that this will fit the vibe. So I'll definitely let you know how I feel about it whenever I get into it. So today is the 21st of September. We've almost made it to autumn, and I'm very excited. The weather has been really shit for the last week or so. You saw that I was traveling. I was visiting my partner. We have to do long distance, unfortunately, but it comes with the perk of having a place to stay in a very cool city. So we did some sightseeing, and yeah, it was just lovely. I would have put in some of the impressions, I guess. Mostly food, because we are both foodies, so that was the most important part. But yeah, I've been home for a while now, and when I went home on the train, I started the audiobook for Nettle and Bone by Kingfisher, and it is hilarious and so cute. I really enjoy it. I was hoping for a mixture of like some creepy vibes, but also cozy, because my life has been so stressful and I just need some happiness. So I thought a little bit of a more cozy vibe before we go into the October, like real creepy stuff, would be great. And this book is exactly that. We are following Mara, who is the princess of a kingdom, and she eventually finds out that her older sister is being hurt by her husband, who is a prince. And so Mara is looking for a way to save her sister from this abusive partner, but obviously with him being a prince, he's very well protected and she can't just march in there and save her sister, basically. So that's the main setup, and on her way Mara kind of collects or assembles some really weird people to help her. And I think that this is such a fun group of characters. In the end, there's 5, at least where I'm at right now. I'm about 2/3 of the way in. It's really a quite short book. Now, what I didn't really like about it is that we spend a lot of the beginning just getting told the whole backstory, how Mara found out about the husband of her sister, and just a lot of like stuff that I didn't really need. Mara is also living in a convent, which is something I do enjoy, but I felt like we didn't really see a lot of her everyday life there, which I would have enjoyed more, I guess, than all of the like backstory. Like, I think the first quarter of the book is just the backstory, and I think that could have been condensed down and therefore just given even more time for these like characters who band together to save the sister, just to shine because they're all so amazing. We have a bone dog, we have a chicken which is also a demon, we have kind of like a witch character and a fairy godmother, and then we have a mysterious warrior. So yeah, I think it's so much fun. I really enjoy it, and I'm very intrigued to see how the ending goes. There were definitely some parts that almost made me cry last night because Mara is suffering from some anxiety, and yeah, there was this moment when they finally arrived at the city where they were going, but now they have to come up with a plan and what to do with the prince. And there was this kind of like theme of they had already done so much and Mara had already done so much, but there was still so much more to do. And that's definitely something I've felt this year with my PhD. Now, obviously, I've worked on this for years and years and years, so finally handing it in this year was really great. But at the same time, I knew that there would be so much work coming with moving, with, yeah, all of the stuff that I have to do now that I've finished it. So, yeah, I really felt that, and it made me tear up a little bit. Just this feeling of being so overwhelmed, even though you've done so great so far. So yeah, really enjoying it. And yeah, I'm intrigued to see how it ends, because I think that Kingfisher will definitely just, yeah, do things a little bit differently than you would expect from a fairy tale like that. So I'm very intrigued to see how that goes. It is the 23rd of September today, and it is really the perfect day because it is the start of my vacation. I have a week off now, and then there's a holiday. Then I have to go back for 1 day, and then I will have 3 days off again, which is a bit funny, a bit weird. Don't worry about it. So I'm very excited. This is my first holiday or my first like vacation time off from work that I'm actually using for relaxation this year, which is pretty amazing. Like, how did I even get so far? I have no idea. And so that's the first thing. Second thing is today is officially the start of fall, so we love that. You can see behind me I have all my favorite fall candles, and you can bet your slippers that I will burn one of those tonight. I'm very excited about that. I already made my favorite autumnal tea, and yeah, it was just great to have like a short work day today, and now I'm off. I don't really know what I'm what I'm doing. I'm just home. I will try to read a lot of the Devabad trilogy, that's for sure. I also have some smaller errands, but there's just a lot of relaxation, I guess, in my future. I do feel a little bit ambivalent about it because I am pretty much alone here. I don't really know people here, so not working might free up a lot of time that I have to for myself. But it's fine. It's gonna be fine. So, book-wise, I have finished a book yesterday. I finished reading Nettle and Bone by Kingfisher, and I absolutely loved it. Now, I had given you a quick check-in, and I don't think that my opinion has changed much since I did that. I can't talk. But yeah, basically it was great. I really enjoyed it. I loved the characters. I loved the world. I loved the whole plot. I thought it was so interesting. I talked a little bit about how I felt that the beginning was a bit off, but apart from that, I really, really liked it. And so I decided to give it 4.5 stars in the end. And it's a really great book, and it was exactly the kind of book that I was looking for. So yeah, I'm just very glad. I think that the ending was so cool as well. There was obviously some like harder scenes that also made me like sad a little bit, but yeah, as you would expect with this kind of like cozy fantasy vibe, it all turned out good in the end, and I was counting on that. So I really, really enjoyed that. And apart from that, I started a new audiobook, and it's one of my most anticipated releases of the year. So I'm super, super excited, as you can guess. And that is Belladonna by Adalyn Grace. I have read the All the Stars and Teeth duology last year, and so I was really excited when I heard that Adalyn Grace is writing a new book. And then I found out it is also more of a spooky gothic book, so I'm very excited. I think it has some witchy vibes to it. I'm not that far into it. I think only about an hour, so not even 10%. But basically, we follow a character. I didn't quite catch her name yet, and I wanted to look it up, but I didn't remember. My battery is running out. Great. But basically, all around her, people die all the time. It has a little bit of the feeling of a series of unfortunate events, but a different. Because Belladonna's secret, no, that's not her name. The girl's secret is that she can see death and she can see spirits. And she thinks that death is the reason for what's happening to her, why everyone's always dying on her. But maybe that's not correct. And at the beginning, she sets off to go to a mansion of mysterious relatives of her, and we'll see what happens there. But I'm very, very intrigued, and yeah, a girl that can't die, that sees death, and I'm very excited. And the prologue did not disappoint. The prologue was amazing. Like, if you want to read this book, I would highly recommend just checking out the prologue, and then you will definitely want to read this book. So yeah. I'll let you know more when I've read more. But for now, I think I will take care of my summer candles and switch those out for my autumn candles. I'm so excited.
Silas threw himself into his seat with a snort, legs insufferably outstretched. You should have told me you walked in.
So today's the 27th of September. I'm having the week off, which is lovely. I'm really, really glad and I'm very much enjoying my time. So I wanted to give you a quick update. First of all, I have finished City of Brass and I have started Kingdom of Copper, and this book was a 4.5 stars for me. I really loved it, and I'm doing separate reading vlog for the series, so keep your eyes out for that. And then I'm also halfway through my audiobook Belladonna, and I'm also really enjoying that. I think that it is kind of mean to listen to it right after Nettle and Bone, because I think I would enjoy it even more if I hadn't read Nettle and Bone before it. But yeah, I'm about halfway through, so we're in the middle of the kind of murder mystery plot that this book has. Basically, we follow this girl Signa, as I said in my last update, and she has now moved to this manor of a very wealthy family. Her family was also very wealthy, but since she's an orphan, she doesn't have any access to her money yet, and she has about half a year until she gets that access, until she is grown. She's also 20 years old, so I think that's kind of interesting, or like 19. So yeah, I think it's an interesting choice that she gets her fortune that late. But yeah, she's in this mansion now, and the mother and wife of that family has just passed away from a mysterious illness, and the daughter is afflicted by it as well. And now our main character wants to find out whether it's actually a poisoning and not an illness, and whether she can prevent the daughter from dying as well. And she has some very interesting connections. There's quite a couple of men in her life, so if you don't like love triangles, like there's a lot going on. So first of all, we have the stable boy Silas, who at the beginning really felt like a Darcy character, but he's warming up now a little bit, and I actually really enjoy their banter. It's really fun. Then we have Death, who is an actual character in this book, and Signa has always been able to see Death, and he can't kill her. She can't die. So they have a very interesting relationship as well, because he's trying to teach her some of his magic. And yeah, there's this whole mystery of why she can't die. And then we have Percy, who is, I think, the brother of the girl who is ill. And he's probably not like a romantic interest person, but I still think he's an interesting character. You don't really know whether he's a good guy or not. Let's just say that. He's very ambitious, and he has a lot of problems with his father. Now, the father of the family is like very grief-stricken. He doesn't really deal with it well. He throws these like very lavish parties to distract himself from feeling his grief, and you also have the feeling that there's more to it. And lastly, we have a new character that just came into the mix, and that is the how do you call that? The like most intriguing bachelor of the season, because this is set in like the, I don't know, 1800s, 19th century, something like that. So we also have this kind of like season finding a husband, finding friends thing going on in the background as well. So yeah, I do enjoy the tension with Silas and Death the most, and I'm very, very intrigued to see where it goes, because yeah, it's a very fun concept, you know, and I really enjoy it. So yeah. What I also wanted to update you on, and I hope I will show you some footage after this clip, today I will go to the local library here for the first time. I'm very excited. I have a problem with the library, and I always check out too many books, and then I don't reduce my TBR because I prioritize the library books. So the goal is not to get too many, but I'm still very excited to go there for the first time today to see what it's like. And the dangerous part is that right across the street from me is actually one of their sections. There's usually a main library and then smaller libraries all over town in Germany, and they all belong to the same thing. They're just like different little buildings. So I hope that the one across from me isn't good, because that would be very dangerous. But yeah, I'm very excited, and as I said, maybe I show you around a little bit when I'm in there. We'll see. I have never been there, so I don't know what it looks like. But yeah, exciting things. So I did not film in the library because honestly it wasn't that impressive. It's very small, but I found 2 potential books for October, so I'm very, very excited and I hope they're good. I think I've heard mixed things about Burn Our Bodies Down, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, we'll see. It's a couple of days later and I just went to the part of the library that is across the street from me and I was successful again. This is another option for October reading. This is the 3rd book in the series. I had it on my TBR last year as well. It's also the German translation. We'll see about that. So it is time to finish off this vlog. Unfortunately, I did not finish any more books in September, but I did finish the 2 books I was reading on the 1st of October, so it kind of counts. I finished Kingdom of Copper, absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars, and I finished Belladonna. I actually did like the ending. I think that the whole case was like very easy to look through. Like my first instinct on who the killer was actually correct, and I also had another suspicion concerning one of the other characters that was also correct. So I think if you're an avid mystery and thriller reader, this would be kind of a disappointment. But if you're going into it for the romance with death, you will probably not be very much disappointed. It is kind of an enemies to lovers, even though Death never really hates our main character Signa, but Signa definitely has some hard feelings. So if you're into anything like that, I think Belladonna would be a good book to pick up, and I actually really enjoyed some of the banter, and yeah, it was just fun. And I also liked how at the end we get a little bit of a hopeful outlook for this family, but we also get a little bit of a hook for the next book, which I'm not quite sure whether I will pick it up. We'll see next year. It doesn't really have a release date or anything yet, so but yeah, you can guess from the ending what the next book will probably be about. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe I will be in the mood to pick it up, and maybe I will not. So that's it for my reading vlog. I hope you had fun. Leave a like and a nice comment. As always, let me know what you were up to in September, and I will talk to you very soon with my weekly October reading vlogs. Bye!